one time I was at my nan's house and I was playing the Sony 1 or Sony 2 or something or other. And then would walk by and say, get off that bloody thing and put the TV on or something. And I said, Nan, it's part of the TV. It's connected to the TV. And I said, okay, I'll get off it then. So I put the TV on, and all of a sudden an Elvis movie was on TV, and I watched it. And from that time I started to like Elvis. And now I'm hooked on him.
There was this vacant lot of land that was grass, and then it used to be cut by council, and we'd all go there one day when it had been cut. We'd all get our rakes and rake it all into a big pile. They were playing cowboys and Indians, and by the time you got to the big pile of grass, you used to jump into it because you'd be dead. Somebody had shot you or gone bang, or you got an arrow in you, and that was so much fun.
All the kids would swim in and teach all the younger kids to swim, but then the older kids used to be able to swim from there all the way back down to the owner of the property, and off there they had stairs, but there was a rope swing that we put up there as well, so we used to jump off that.
The one way that my mum and I used to connect, because Mum and I never got along when I was a kid, but the one thing she used to do was let me stay up late at night, and we used to watch black and white movies, and we used to watch Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and I love that era of movies.
I still remember a sort of a curio cabinet that my grandmother had, and that house I never saw again past the age of 7 or 8. And I still remember the little ornaments that she had in it, the little glass ornaments. Yeah, it is that, so the detail, there's something in the detail, the emotion.
My positive childhood memories are very much about sort of building cubby houses out of hay bales and sort of mucking around in we had like little motorbikes that we rode around on the farms and things. So that's the good memories.
I remember trying to touch the roof ceiling, jumping up and touching the ceiling as a kid. I remember running from the hallway down to the family room, taking one step on lino, on the kitchen lino. I could make it in one step through there.
Oh, yeah, I had a cubby house in the backyard. My brothers built out of bluestone. I reckon they jinxed me because I ended up in Pentridge. Made of bluestone. That was just a joke. But it was my own private little place, and my mates would come around from up the street, and we would, sit in my cubby house, and we'd just shut off, having our own fun, just being kids. Thanks for that memory.
My father was a bit of a scoundrel and an asshole, and the whole place was mortgaged to shit. And my father died in 96 when I was 35, and within a few years, Mum had to sell the place. And what happened was, over this 2 acres of beautiful tumbly bush, I used to find echidnas and just all sorts of birds. The developers poured concrete over everything. And I go there now. I visited once, and it is a concrete slab that falls away just with 10 townhouses built on it, like 5 on each side, all squashed. And they've got the occasional tree in a pot, and it is a concrete slab. And I walked down it in my gimpy fashion, and I knew still where things were that are no longer there. And I walked right down to the bottom. And at the bottom were 2, obviously the most expensive houses, with great big verandas on them, looking at the water. And the water was now just there to these houses. My house used to be way up. And I looked up, and there was this young guy kind of sunning himself on the veranda. And I was sort of like, oh, wow, if you knew what this used to look like. I can't go back there now. So it just lives in my head.
It was a house in South Gippsland, and at the time it wasn't much. It was just this 3-bedroom house with 6 kids in it. And it was just ours. And it was home, and it had our stuff. It was just a place to eat around the table and to be. And it had a backyard that we played in all the time. It was great.